Hey, this is TJYYC, and welcome to this deck tech on Ravnica City Bus. This is a little bit of derivation from Saffron Olive's Orzhov Blink, but I made a few modifications to it, largely taking out Plague Crafters, jiggling around the removal, and making a very, very strong, potent deck, and also some spiciness in the sideboard. This is a mid-range deck, and the goal of this deck is our hero and mascot, Lumbering Battlement. So, when Lumbering Battlement enters the battlefield, exile any number of other non-token creatures you control until it leaves the battlefield. Then Lumbering Battlement gets +2/+2 for each card exiled with it. So, the obvious thing here is to make Lumbering Battlement strong. But the other obvious thing to do is to use lots of enter the battlefield effects. So if Lumbering Battlement is taken out, then everything jumps out of what I've affectionately called the bus, and then re-triggers their enter the battlefield effects. So this deck is called the Ravnica City Bus. So in this we got the Ravenous Chupacabra, just to murder things. Bell-Haunt, gain life and make opponents discard. We've got Militia Bugler to go find all our things. Dust Legion Zealot, draw card. Seekers Squire, explores, triggers. So, and they're all going to doing this stuff as they support the Lumbering Battlement. Plus they're early game plays, so we're going to have something to stick under the Lumbering Battlement. Combo Disruption, we're running a copy of Duress and a copy of Drill Bit. I've just found that combination seems to work okay. K is Wrath for board clear because we're playing white-black, so we should run the board clears. This is our answer to blue and red, and we got Mortify for enchantment destruction and spot creature removal. And Ixalan's Binding is really strong in this meta because everyone runs 4 of things, really effective against cards like Growth Chamber Guardian. Like they adapt the Growth Chamber Guardian, they get another Growth Chamber Guardian, Ixalan's Binding the Growth Chamber Guardian, and it shuts them down. In fact, this deck is the strongest counter to Sultai that I'm aware of. In my local game store, they're running Thrashing Brontodons as a meta counter to this, but I've not actually seen this on Arena, and I'm actually still getting a very respectable win rate on Arena. We run the Immortal Sun because it just makes everything we do better because we're running a creature deck. Everything is cheaper, and we're drawing 2 cards, and it directs Planeswalkers. So it's just a final, perfect piece to add to the end of the deck. In our sideboard, we got Remorseful Cleric as Graveyard Hate. It's possible that we could even run 2 of these. We have a copy of Sealed Away and Moment of Craving. Sealed Away as another answer to Arc-like Phoenix in addition to Ixalan's Binding to get rid of it because we don't want that thing coming back and back again. Moment of Craving, our answer against Mono Blue, Mono Red. Shield Mare are another answer against Mono Red. So Mono Red actually sucks in most of the sideboard, but once all the anti-Mono Red cards are in, this deck is amazing against Mono Red. Cry of the Carnarium again against the big Mono Blue and against White Weenie. We got Drill Bit for control matchups, so we'll swap those in. More Mortifies for enchantment removal. In the Nexus deck when they play Wilderness Reclamation, we need to kill that Wilderness Reclamation right away, so it's very important that our removal come out fast. We've got Ixalan's Binding, 1 more copy of it for dealing with Sultai and decks that run 4 copies of things in where we need to exile instead of Mortify. Otherwise, we pop in Mortifies if we need to get rid of more stuff. And Gaea's Wrath for Mono Blue, Mono Red board clear stuff and White Weenie board clear. Just get rid of everything. This synergizes well with Midnight Reaper. So we have a board, they have a board. We clear the board. As long as we got Midnight Reaper on, we don't lose health, and then they're going to be in tough shape. So that's a deck. It's a very simple battle plan. Let's see it in some games. This is not a great dive into this deck. I swear it has a positive win rate. Let me show you here. Oh, game starting? I guess the game's starting. Next time we'll show it. I did go 10-5 at Calgary Magic Fest with this deck. Believe it or not. I guess this stream we've won 1, lost 1. It's not a complete blowout or by any means, but Legion's Landing. So in this case, I think I only got a Memorial Folly. But I think I really want to, do I want to play on curve or try to ramp up into it? I think this is fine. Then if I don't draw a land, it's better this way because then Knight of Grace is getting the bonus. If they put something down with 3 health that I need to deal with. Mara does not have 3 health, so that is good. And the status of Seekers Squire is going to determine what we do now. Because Seekers Squire did not get the bonus, we're just going to hold back here. We do have Chupi in our hand, so that is good. And Amara cannot do anything. If she attacks us, then that's no good. The Convoke's possible, and then we get it. They'll get another dude. But if they do nothing here, then we Chupacabra, and then we're in great shape. Conclave Tribunal is going to exile out something. There we go. In this case, the Knight of Grace. And then we're going to put Amara to a quick end here. And then perhaps later we'll actually even Ixalan's Binding the Conclave Tribunal. Nothing wrong with sending Seekers Squire in here. Well, I guess they could have double blocked. They didn't want to do that. History of Benalia. Alright, it's something we have to deal with. I think we're Ixalan's Binding that. Yeah. I don't think we can let this resolve. And expect to do well, so we're just going to do that. We're almost ready to slap the bus down, so that'll be good. What are they going to play for the 4 mana? They don't want to attack me because Chupacabra will trade with one of these guys for free. And I'll just kill that. They attack with the Knight if they want to, but that's about it. And then they don't know. I might even trade down for that. Alright, Grill Spellbreaker. Nothing wrong with Gruul Spellbreaker. Alright, so I'm going to drop down the Militia Bugler to start with. Goes Bugling. Knight of Grace would be best card here. Chupi is even better to have in hand. Then we'll drop down Seekers Squire. And get our land, it looks like. Oh no, another battlement. Library. That'll be great. Then we can battlement to battlement. No attacks. Faster. Next turn, if nothing happens, they're going to probably chup their Grill Spellbreaker and start hurting them with Lumbering Battlement. Alternatively, we just keep we just Lumbering Battlement all these guys. Alright, March of the Multitudes. There's a lot of stuff. Alright. But we also have a lot of stuff too. We're of course going to kill the Gruul Spellbreaker. We actually want a wide board right now, because it is White Weenie deck after all. If they want to kill the 2/3, that's fine. If they want to sack 2 guys into that, that's fine. I can't let them have piles and piles of stuff, really. So we're going to do something that looks like that. Alright. Nice. Hero of Precinct 1. Flower. They make dudes. Cool. Done. Alright. And I get to do something else here again. Hero of Precinct 1's a problem. I could also attack and then just put something under the bus. I think I want to Ixalan's Binding. What's Legion? Maybe we grab Legion's Landing. Yeah. Let's do that. Sweet. And then force an attack kind of like this. Okay. I'm going to chomp. Oh, they're going for the kill. Alright. Chomping. Killing. Killing. Alright. Chomp. Okay, kill. Cool, cool. Alright. I'd rather... I think soldiers might get more benefits than... Well, actually they might have vampire synergy. So we'll kill the vampire first. Kill those. Kill those. Kill the knight. We got oodles of health. And away we go. Cool, they're making the stand now. We'll kill one of these light flanking guys. Boop. Alright. Well, we're going to put that Seekers Squire underneath the bus, so we might as well have Seekers Squire attack. And then drop the bus on her. Giving a 6/7 bus that must be dealt with every turn. Shocking. Why our opponent decided to shock themselves there, I don't know. Block. Possibly for some block punishment. Maybe not. We don't know. It is a great mystery. March. Ah, yeah. So they can play March for a lot of dudes. Alright. Cool. So we're going to play Bell-Haunt here. Let's get some more presence on the board and a little more damage. If they want to throw lots and lots of their dudes in front of that, they can. Choose not to. Alright, Girl Spellbreaker hits the field. Okay. There's another one, by the way, we can go infinite here. And that is always the dream with this deck. I am going to attack with Bus first. So attack with Bus. Alright. Cool. Then I'm going to set Bus underneath Bus. Stacking the Bus. Bus could also grab Basilica, but we kind of need the Basilica out. Mortify on the library. That seems fine to me, so we'll do that. And now all we need to do is draw another Bus. I don't think we have any Bus in the graveyard. No. Alright. Then we get the option to stick something else underneath the Bus. I'm going to choose the Seekers Squire. Okay. Any bosses? No bosses. Alright, so Bell-Haunt and one Bus will block. We can also mortify a Gruul Spellbreaker out of the picture as well. I think in this case, as cool as the combo would be, that we're just going to release the Bus. And drop down a Seekers Squire. Will give us a land. Then it'll say no attacks. Maybe we should attack with the Bus, actually. That might have been smart. We need back Chupies. Alright, sweet. If we're able to, we'll play Eldest Reborn next turn. I don't think they got enough. Don't think it's enough. By the way, do I have enough if I sack a Memorial of Folly to play a Chupacabra to kill them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or we could just draw a Chupacabra. That works too. Okay. Yeah, we wouldn't have had enough. So we just go and we just kill either Hero or Gruul. I choose to kill Gruul. We'll attack with both battlements. For 10. Alright. We'll see if they have the answer. Alright, who's getting exiled? The big bus. Alright. We go exploring. Get a helpful land. Okay, Eldest Reborn time. Goes out. Cool. And again, Lumbering Battlement is going to force a response this time. Probably just gets chump blocked. Have to be careful here. Okay, thing dies. Well, Mara's charging out. Opponent discards a card, but there's no cards to discard. So that's pretty easy. Then, I'm going to tap a swamp and 2 lands. Sacrifice a Memorial of Folly. Bring back Chupi. Chupi will promptly murder Mara. Alright. And then Battlement. And Bell. Bell will both go attack. Bell taps. And then they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nah, just Battlement will go attacking. And they'll chump again. Alright, here we go. Yeah! Just trying to be very careful here. Okay, well, they might have tricks, but we'll see. Nah, no tricks. Okay. So against this kind of white weenie deck, we of course want our board clears. Eldest Reborn is like... Oh, they just threw in the towel. That also works. Again, it consistently works well when our opponents surrender to us. So, I've called my version of Orzhov the Ravnica City Bus, of course. It's more focused on kind of anti-mono blue, anti-mono red. We'll take the play. This is fine. We can go Knight of Grays into Militia Bugler. We'd like some black source, but we're not going to get too concerned about that. Godless Shrine goes in tap to provide us with a source for Isolated Chapel, and we pretty much have perfect mana. Everything in our deck can be played at this point, so we're good to go. Out pops Incubation Druid. We get to make a choice here. Interesting. Running this kind of stuff. Run Militia or Midnight. I kind of like the idea of running Midnight out here so we get the extra damage. Attack. Go attacking. And we'll do the damage. So they're probably going to ramp up. Well, they're running green-white. I presume they're running green, white, blue. I don't know what this deck's doing, so I don't know what to hit with Ixalan's Binding. Yet. Don't know yet. And Incubation Druid's adapted a little bit out. Well, that's fine. We could Ixalan's Binding the Conclave Tribunal to save a Knight of Grace, but I don't think it's worth it. We'll go exploring on this. Pick up a Seekers Squire. Hit with Midnight Reaper. Okay, and off we go. Questionable. If I want to Eldest Reborn an Incubation Druid, they can't get that second source of green, it looks like. Excuse me, my nose is kind of running here. Oh, Chaos is actually interesting here. We could Chaos this board. Do I think it's worth chaosing this board, though? Is a better question. On the other hand, if we don't chaos this board, do we achieve value? I think chaosing this board is perfectly fine, and we're just going to draw 2 cards. And there's our land drop. So whatever they play, we can just Eldest Reborn and get whatever back, either Midnight Reaper, Militia Bugler, or one of those things. It's fine. That's a sad, sad Eldest Reborn target, though. If there ever was one. So I don't think I want to do that. So I think I'm just going to be boring here. And Knight of Grace and Seekers Squire here. And we'll see what our opponent does. We've got a bunch of pieces of direct removal here. Dusk Legion Zealot. That's fine, just put it on our library. We don't need to really dig for anything. We've got everything we need. Nothing wrong with what we got. There we go. There's a target for Chupacabra. Yeah, we're just going to kill that for Chupacabra here. Opponent, what do they do? And then we can jump the Chupacabra into the bus, along with the Seekers Squire, and we'll pretty much have won the game. If there's no other responses. Afterlife 1. Oh, they got a little floaty token. We really don't care. Could not care less about that. They might be contemplating losing right now. Anywho, coming for 5. Drop them down to 9. Oh, we got the Loxodon coming in. Whoop-de-doo. I don't know. We could Ixalan's Binding in, I guess. Leaving them with an army of lame. And just get more damage in. I'm okay with that. Like, they're going to be so on the ropes if I do that. They can't attack me, and then I could probably just win. Everyone goes. It's boring, but sometimes, you know, the boring solutions are effective. And another K is just in case it hits the fan again. I think we're good. We've got a board that can't be blocked. Eldest, if they put one more dude down, we can just Eldest Reborn to push for lethal. Now we can no longer do that, so yeah. One option is to bust this board, which would be fine. We could attack with all the 2-attack dudes. And they'll trade, which is okay for us. And it also throws things in the graveyard if they want to trade into like Chupacabra or something like that. And then we can Memorial Folly, get it back. Dusk is not so great because he's a free kill, and we don't want to give free kills away. Ooh boy. Alright, but it does tap all your guys, so they can't block. Okay. Sure. Next. Okay, we kill that. Yeah, next. Kill that, kill that. Okay. Like, I guess you got life out of it. And, you know, that's cool, I guess. And, you know, we'll just posit that that 10-11's coming for you. Eventually. And if you really want to put a big board up, well, we're going to have an answer for that too, right? Yeah. So, do we give them the opportunity to murder this thing? No, I think we just end the charade. Here we go. Everybody dies. So Seekers Squire goes exploring. We can get a Mortify. That's great for the library. And then Dusk Legion trips. Do that. And then we trip the Mortify onto Conclave Tribunal. And we get back our Knight of Grace. And then we say, opponent, what can you do with this? My opponent scoops it up. And then we move on to Game 2. So we're against White Weenie, so we want like lots of Chaos Wraths. And then I guess we'll make them cry with the Carnarium. We don't need like things like Duress and Drill Bits. That's fine. And we can make one cut here. What shall it be? Things like Eldest Reborn are don't really do a lot against a deck that has lots of abilities to sack stuff. We can even run another Cry if we want to. Yeah, we'll scrap another Eldest Reborn, take out both of them, throw in another Cry, and make our opponents cry. Now Cry is interesting that it's -2/-2. We could scrap out, for running full Cry, we could scrap out Knights of Grace for Shield Mares, but I don't really think that's necessary. Knight of Grace is just going to give us value against White Weenie, and we should just embrace that. We're going to keep this just because we got Seekers Squire in opening hand. 2 Memorial Follies, although slow and not great, we are likely to draw into land that we can play on curve. And if not, this isn't the end of the world. We got turn 1, a turn 2 play, turn 3 play, turn 2 play, and it should be fine. If we don't get our land drop here, that sucks, but we have options. It's alright, because we draw Ruined Plain, and we can draw Knight of Grays here, and Amara cannot attack us. The Sapperling migration occurs, and that's all she wrote about that. Seekers Squire is going to come out now because, although I'm probably still going to play Memorial Folly because that's our tap land. We've got some planes for some quick mana. Tap that, and we're just going to say Amara can't attack. Seems reasonable. And then because Amara is one of the key cards of this deck, we'll probably Ixalan's Binding her. Especially given that we got a Mortify in the background here. Yeah. Alright, so this is how this deck goes off. Loxodon's a bit of a pain, and if our opponent can never cast another one of those, that would be great. They're playing white, so they might also be running Ixalan's Binding though against us. So as a counter option, I think that the correct target here might be determining what needs to be Ixalan's Binding here is tricky. I think it's the Loxodon, so they can't play more Loxodons and get more value that way. They'll just say no attacks. Midnight Reaper hits the field, then we can be more aggressive again. Probably eventually ending with the inevitable board wipe that's coming. In one way or another. Either from Cry or from Chaos. Alright. So now we're clearly like looking for a chaos situation. And we're not yet at draw chaos or bust, but we're getting to that point very quickly. We're going to Mortify Amara. To wipe out Amara, and Dust Legion Zealot to draw a card. There's our land for next turn. We're going to say no attacks and let them make the move. Still, our goal is obviously to draw Chaos or Carnarium. Legion's Landing. Alright. Now, it should be noted that Mortifying Conclave Tribunal releases Ixalan's Binding for me to go grab some more stuff. And so that's always nice. So we can run out here a Midnight Reaper. And the Militia Bugler. So we can also be the White Weenie deck. Which will put up enough of basically blockade here that they're going to have a problem if they attack into me. Now they're going to be able to transform Legion's Landing, which could be potentially a problem, but that's part of the issue against the White Weenie deck here. But clearly they have an appreciation that if they attack me, Midnight Reaper is going to do work, and I'm probably going to draw the answer to their board. They've decided to march the multitudes in response. Put a whole bunch of dudes up. There's one's a Chaos Wrath. Anywho, we're going to put a Chupacabra into our hand and just say no attacks and end the turn. And they know full well that if they attack me, then that Midnight Reaper is going to do work and draw me lots of cards, because I might intentionally start sacking my dudes into their dudes, giving me the option to draw my answer. And there is my answer. I don't think I even give them the option to like block or do anything here. I think they just get Chaos Wrath. So we'll just wipe the board. They have no immediate response. There's nothing the opponent can do here. It's basically they lose the game. I gain, and then I draw all the cards I want for the rest of the game. Lovely, amazing hand, just fantastic. And I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. So I have to place some of them, and I don't want to draw extra cards. So Godless Shrine enters tapped, and we play just Knight of Grace. Bring ourselves down. And our opponent is in an awful position here. Like, they can start dropping History of Analia and that kind of stuff, but none of that stuff is actually going to resolve or matter. Bell-Haunt to make them discard some of their last cards in their hand. Yeah, there goes Tithe Taker for them. We'll drop a Seekers Squire down. Get a nice isolated chapel, but we'll just play land like that. And we'll just hit them. Opponent is at a loss for options at this point. Okay, that's fine. So, what we're going to do against this field is we're just going to drop this in. These aren't knights. Only these are knights, so we're just going to hit them for damage. No problem. And we have options here. They're going to become 4 3s. So we would like to put up a fight against the 4 3s. So we'll just drop these 2 chaps underneath the bus, protecting them. If they want to fight, they can take damage for it. We'll drop an ISO Chapel down. We could even Lumbering Battlement the Ravenous Chupacabra here, but I don't think that was really necessary. And we're just gonna put the Ravenous Chupacabra as just more body. Alright, Legion's Landing Transport forms. We don't really care. That blocks like that, and that blocks like that. Very limited recourse. Let's hit next a couple times here. And then go attacking. Alright, sell the wreckage. So they actually get to make a pretty decent response here. But of course the trick is here. Yeah, of course we're going to like some cards. We will grab some swamps. How many do I get? 3? And planes. That can stay on library. Bell-Haunt makes them discard their last card. Next. And we can even drop Choopy down if we want. Or, maybe more fun, is that we actually just put everything underneath the bus here. Just to protect our investment. That's fun. Then we kill the last guy that they got out. Play another swamp. Alright, I think we actually might even have enough to get the go infinite with Lumbering Battlement. But generally, if you're in the position to go infinite with Lumbering Battlement, you're just you just win the game. That is the problem with going infinite with Lumbering Battlement. Alright, what we get? Great, I can become some sort of blue deck, I guess, or something. Alright, let's go and run another round of the bus. Doop, 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 doop. Hello, viewer. I wonder how much this deck is winning right now. Yeah, it's got a 62% win rate. That's pretty good. We're going to keep this hand. Look at this. It's like a perfect hand. We got 3 lands. We got Seekers Squire. Like there's literally nothing, and our Memorial of Folly even to bring back stuff. Like there's really no better hand, and we're playing against Sultai, which usually also makes us happy as well. The Sultai is tends to be weak against this deck. There is versions of it that play Thrashing Brontodon. We'll keep that up there because they're running Hydrocrassus, and it's so nice with Hydrocrassus to be able to Ixalan's binding it. So just to keep our momentum up, we're going to play the Isolated Chapel, we're going to play Militia Bugler, and then we're going to go Bugling. This Wild Growth Walker is probably just going to catch Chupacabra. No attacks here. And away we go. Branch Caller comes out. Dig. Wild Growth Walker ticks up. Whatever. They get a Woodland Cemetery. Pass the turn. We play Iso Chapel. And then we're just going to murder the Wild Growth Walker. Easy peasy. Then it's just a matter of attacking. Hit, hit. Next turn we can Lumbering Battlement and drop all 3 of these guys under Giant Bus and see how that works out for our opponents. Tips, generally not well. To have all 3 of these underneath Indestructible Bus of Death. Before we do the Indestructible Bus of Death, though, we're just going to run our 2 guys out. See if they wish to block anything. That's fine. We'll trade down. And get some damage in. Drop these 2 underneath the bus. And pass the turn. Vivian comes out.
Would you like to see what's left? The wilds are my shield.
Yeah, they might be your shield, but you have no counter spells, which makes you a plaything for Ixalan's binding, of course. So we're just going to do that.
Not dead yet.
Well, if you're not dead yet, you are in serious trouble. Alright, and we'll see if our opponent wants to take 8 damage. or block with Branch Collar. We'll take the damage, drop that in there, and Dusk Legion Zealot comes in, and we really see how much this deck wrecks pure version of Sultai. Vraska's Contempt, yeah, whatever. Everything comes out of the bus. Look at that, we get the Chupacabra trigger, kills Branch Walker. Go exploring. Godless Shrine. And unfortunately Bus is exiled. So that means we cannot bring Bus back with Memorial to Folly. So at least that's something that, you know, is in their favor. And another Branch Walker. And a Wilderness Walker. Whatever. Alright. Out comes Chupacabra. We hit again. And then they scoop it up. Against Sultai. Eldest Reborn. Actually, this deck is almost perfect against Sultai. It does not need a whole lot. One thing that we can do against it is just to drop in another Ixalan's Binding instead of a Chaos Wrath. Because we're not doing huge, it runs mostly creatures. Duress is also not super useful. And we might probably just want to have another piece of Mortify for additional removal. And then we'd have huge amounts of removal. And that's going to work pretty well. Basically allowing our early game creatures to get through. This is not great. We need our 2 drops. This is better. It's not great. Hopefully the mulligan gives us land. 2 land is fine. We're in great shape now. Because all we're going to have to do here is we're going to play Memorial Folly, shock ourselves for 2, get the Seekers Squire up, and then we are in great shape. This is how, like, a huge amount of the versatility of this deck is its ability to not have much requirement of land. We've got our planes now, so now we have flexibility in terms of what we do next turn. Right, so we're not afraid of missing our land drop. Well, first I'm going to attack them. Just let them know what's up. We're going to play the planes they see. We don't need to give any more information. First strike with Knight of Grace. By the way, immune to Vraska's and Mortify. Which is very useful. Seekers Squire goes out. Mortify comes up. That's fine. We'll keep that in the library there. We will play a Swamp. Next turn we can Ixalan's Binding or Bus as required. If Immortal Sun resolves and they don't have an answer for it, but at this point they probably are carrying answers in their sideboard, enchantment heavy meta. Yeah. And artifact. Immortal Sun's an artifact, right? This is potentially a problem and could be adapted next turn. So I might just want to kill it. Even though there's other possibly more fun plays to do here. And Sultai can just run some level of counterspell. So we're testing for that. Okay, damage is on. Alright, Cross comes in. As expected. Right, we're gonna slap the Ixalan's Binding on that so we don't see any more crosses, because giving this deck answers is bad. By the way, Ixalan's Binder works great right against Process because they have to respond. And Carnage Tyrant. Okay. So that's a pretty sizable problem for us because of the hexproof, and they can't be counter business. Now we have a few options. We could just play the planes out and drop down an Immortal Sun right now. Which I think is legitimate. Or we can Lumbering Battlement here. I like the idea of playing Immortal Sun here because we can't win and not attacking. And then just putting the challenge back to our opponents. Vivian's down, but she can't do anything because of Immortal Sun. But they just scoop it up because they realize that with the two guys on the board, they can't attack with Carnage Tyrant because I will just kill it. And the Immortal Sun will just give me card advantage up the wazoo. Ooh, we can make a white weenie deck. Nice. Alright, I'm into that. Okay. Alright, we'll do one more game. We want the pack. Here's the pack. Don't be afraid to spend your life resource. That's right. Oh, we're playing another Liliana. Size TTV. This hand kind of sucks. We do got a turn 2 play. We got Choopy. 5 land sucks. Let's mulligan this hand. Much, much, much better. Keep that. Oh, now we got a. Now we're game and ready to go, right? Play this. If we're stuck on two land for a while, that's okay. We got our plays. Against Growth Chamber Guardian, that's a little bit concerning, but you know, I still think that's okay. Can adapt. Well, could adapt this turn. Potential problem. They're going to shock me instead of adapting. Which, on the balance, I think is good for me. If I can get a Ixalan's Bind to stick on this kind of deck, that's good news. They will probably adapt the Growth Chamber Guardian here. No blocks, of course, because we know that they will adapt. They get that in their hand, though, and then this is how this deck usually goes. This kind of Gruul deck. Is they'll get that. I'll let the damage go through, right? We'll play Iso Chapel. They're tapped out. We Ixalan's Binding their Growth Chamber Guardian, just like that. This happens all the time. They don't usually auto-concede right when I do that, but sometimes they do. Alright. Okay. Alright. That wasn't the last game. Come on, we can't just win that way. Oh, they're just like, no, my hand is full of Growth Chamber Guardians. I've lost the game. Alas. I like the kind of Orzhov church in the background here. It's very apropos for what we're doing. I will take the play. We got 4 lands, a Seekers Squire, and a Mortify. Yeah, sure. We'll keep that. It's a little land heavy, but it's not so bad. Ugh, now we're very land heavy. Disappointed. Seekers Squire goes. Ixalan's binding. We'll put that in the library. That's fine. Because we have no plays, we're going to keep Mortify in hot. It's not something that we usually have happen in this deck, but this time around we can pretend to be blue or something. Thought Eraser. Well, if I was them, I'd probably take the Mortify or the Eldest Reborn. There's lots of good targets here. I think there's arguments for taking all 3 of these. Ixalan's binding seems to indicate that this is a Drake's deck I'm seeing. Lovely Immortal Sun. At any rate, that enters tapped. Then we attack them. Next. And we end the turn. Right, they know we got Eldest Reborn. Like, the fact that they know stuff about our deck is inhibiting a lot of their behavior. Alright. Cool. They still know we have Eldest Reborn. They don't know we have Immortal Sun, though. So that's going to be fun. And this Seekers Squire is just going to do work. Well, lots and lots of work. Alright, they know that they're... Oh. Oh. Damn you, Nikki B. Long term versus short term. I think that we do that. Yeah, that turned out a good idea. Boom! Immortal Sun that does not get countered. No attacks. Why don't you transform that Nicol Bolas, eh? Oh, they're angry and attacking. Ow. Okay. Good news is we got all our mana up to play lots of things. I've seen this deck before. This is the deck my friend runs, actually. There's my draws. Okay. Well, maybe we'll get a Chupacabra. That'd be sweet. Come on, Chubby. It whiffs. Oh my goodness. That is bad news bears. No attacks. Maybe we should have killed Nicol Bolas. That's 10 damage coming at me next turn. That hurts. That hurts my face. It hurts bad. If we don't draw an answer to this, we are dead. Alright, well that kills other Nicol Bolas. But what else are you gonna do? If you're hopped up on Nicol Bolas like our opponent is. Come on, Chaos Wrath. No, not you. Not you. Okay. I guess I need 2 Chupacabras here somehow. What? They're going to pay life? Oh yeah, they could be dead. If, are there scenarios here where they die? If they get too greedy on Surveil? Well, that's actually very interesting. Okay. Alright. So we'll concede against this. We have a problem with things that fly in this deck. Eldest Reborn is a great card against this kind of deck. Bell-Haunt is also great. Drill Bit and Duress, I think I have to remove. Well, Mortify could be good. Yeah. And they're running a heavy control. I think when you're running in this kind of situation, like, Mortify is just as good as Chaos Wrath. So I think you do this. And then you just run a drill bit just to pull out, like, Nicol Bolas and that kind of stuff. If you stop Nicol Bolas from happening, then it's generally going to be in good shape. No land hand. I have to mulligan that. This sucks, but I'll keep it. Drill bit. No one to initiate it, so that's not great. So we'll play the Plains. Pass turn. And we're only taking this hand even just because we knew what our opponent was doing. Mortify, or Bell-Haunt. What do you want? Probably Mortify, I'd imagine. Took Bell-Haunt. That's interesting. Okay. Well, they know what they're up against. Okay. Does our opponent play anything ever now? Do I play something? Do I play Chupacabra here? I guess so. Sure. Why not? Now they do run a Skanta. That's a bit of a concern. Alright, it's no longer a concern now with this much Mortify. We just hit them. Then we end the turn. Thief of Sanity resolves. And then what happens, of course? Well, it gets mortified. Duh. Okay. Next. Right. Next. Yeah, Ravenous Chupacabra goes out and attacks. We play Chupacabra. Why not? Okay, end the turn. Another Thief of Sanity. Yeah. And, where do we Ixalan's binding this thing? Against Planeswalkers, we need to keep the Ixalan's binding, so we'll do this. Negate happens, of course. Alright, cool. Hit. Okay, keep the pressure on. Ow. Okay, good looking. They got something. Okay, Nickel Bowl shows up. Wants to discard a card. You know, I guess we'll discard the bus. Okay, we will bind Nicol Bolas, of course. Okay, Nicol Bolas under the bus. Attack, attack. Okay. How's opponent feel about this? Hit. Well, they're swiping our own tools. And they threw a Chupacabra. Ah, so they just drew Chupacabra. Reasonable. Okay. What else is in store for us? Oh, good, land. Land is always welcome. Hopefully we draw one more piece of land, giving us the Immortal Sun. Then our happy tale will be complete. They have another negate? They do. Alright. And plus one of our own spells. Potential problem. I don't know, I think we just do the attack here. They're at 8 health. Yeah, we'll trade down. Okay, Thief of Sanity continues to do work. Hopefully they don't get one of my Ixalan's bindings, because that would be unfortunate. They passed up on an Ixalan's binding, which makes me concerned. For a Knight of Grace. Oh my goodness. Alright, we'll blink in the bus, grab a Dust Legion Zealot, put down the big old 6/7, threaten our opponent that way. They're on the plan of milling me now. Maybe they've got Chaos Wrath or something. It's rather hard to say. Going for Seekers Squire. Did I scrapple my Chaos Wrath? I think I did. I'm regretting my decisions now in life. King. Alright. So I guess what we can do is Ixalan's binding her. Ixalan's binding the Ixalan's binding to bring back the bus. That's one option. That's kind of a fun option. The Eldest Reborn here to bring back a bunch of stuff too, eventually. I like the idea of Ixalan's buying the Thief of Sanity here. Just so there's less junk flying around. I don't know. Not sure if this is 100% correct. We'll block that for the sake of damage. Ugh. They stole some of my Militia Buglers. How embarrassing. Oh, I think we're gonna lose this battle here. Gonna kill the Seekers Squire, of course. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's enough. I think our opponent wins the game here. Thanks to stealing all my cards. Good game. Seeing how much they won by there, just because. We've dropped down in Platinum Rank 2. Alright, thanks for watching. This has been TJYYC, and I'll see you next time.